It is time for Batman and Azrael to finally throw down, as we cover Batman issue 510 and Batman Shadow of the Bat issue 30. Batman 510 is written by Doug Mensch, with art by Mike Manley and Joe Rubinstein, colors by Adrian Roy, lettering by Ken Brusniak, and edited by Jordan B. Gorfinkel and the legendary Denny O'Neil, while Shadow of the Bat 30 is written by Alan Grant, with art by Brett Blevins, colors by Adrian Roy, and lettering by Todd Klein. We pick up where we left off, with Batman confronting Azrael. Batman tries, to a degree, to talk Sean Paul down, and points out that abandoning Abattoir led to Etchison's death, and that Azrael needs help. Now unhand him. You've done enough damage. Do not listen to him, my son. You must avenge my death. Let him go. No. Yes? He killed my father. Then I'll take him in. Is that the difference between us? Yes. Yes, it is. I think it is. You take them in, I take them down. Like Abattoir? Abattoir deserved to go down, even more than most. Graham Etchison didn't. What are you? Had Abattoir lived to be questioned, Etchison might have been saved. I don't care what... No, you don't care. But the real Batman does. And the real Batman never kills. I didn't kill. Not even Abattoir. I walked away and you let him die. And as a result, Graham Etchison died. You're out of control. Just as bad as what you profess to fight. Maybe it's the system. The brainwashing of the Order of St. Dumas. I don't know, and right now I don't care. But I am back to stop it. You're broken. The past. I'm the future. You're a mistake. The biggest of my life. Made in a moment of weakness, and I'm here to take it all back. It's too late, unless you want more punishment. Is that it? I already shoved you aside once. That was then. I don't shove now. You mean it, don't you? You really want to see who's best. I want to stop you. And I want to help you. Don't listen to his lies and taunts. He's patronizing you. You beat Bane, but that was his nemesis, and now he is your Bane. If you'll just... No, it's mine now. If you want it back, you'll have to take it. And so, as the voices of the previous Azrael and St. Dumas have come to an agreement, Batman and Azrael has fight. Selkirk tries to take advantage of this to kill Catwoman and escape, not realizing that Robin and Nightwing would step into that fight. As the battle rages, the fire alarm and sprinklers go off. This interrupts Commissioner Gordon while he's trying to persuade Kroll that no, Azrael isn't the real Batman. The real Batman is the one who's not wearing claws and massive amounts of body armor. The issue ends with Selkirk trying to escape in a helicopter, with Catwoman struggling with Selkirk over the neural enabler, and with Azrael's grapple line wrapped around the tail rotor, with Batman and Azrael holding on for dear life, as Bullock, Kitsch, Nightwing, and Robin look on. Shadow of the Bat 30 opens with Batman and Azrael continuing to fight until the helicopter crashes onto the top of the bridge. Well, more lands heavily. Batman breaks off the fight to save Catwoman, who was knocked out by debris, before the battle is rejoined. On the ground, Gordon goes to meet with Bullock and Kitsch as he's brought up to speed with what's been going on. On the bridge, Azrael takes himself out of the fight when, while doused with aviation fuel, he tries to use his flamethrower. And so he quickly leaps to the river to extinguish the blaze. This allows Batman and Selkirk to rescue Selkirk and the goons from the chopper before it explodes. To be petty, Selkirk tosses the neurocontroller into the river. I do, by the way, love the page with Batman just rescuing the goon from the exploding helicopter. It really shows how different Batman and Azbat are. Instead of all of them working together to save these people and get them out of the dangerous situation, Azbat makes it work. Azrael makes it worse. And Batman goes, I'm going to work on saving these people, even though they're criminals, even though they're an enemy, even though if given the choice, they would kill me because it's the right thing to do. After safely getting everyone down to the bridge, Batman goes to the Batmobile to chase after Azrael, only for the Batmobile to blow up with self-destruct. Azrael, emerged from the river, gloats as the issue ends. Is this the end of Riders in the Sky? These two issues are great. We get the encapsulation of what this trilogy of events is about in a great dialogue exchange. Azrael is the dark and edgy character who takes people out instead of taking them in, and instead of being the detective who does boring investigative work to find out what the villain's plan is and take them into custody, he's the guy who beats them up, takes them out, and doesn't have any problems leading them to die because he's dark and edgy. And we see their mindsets in action. Azbat bails on the helicopter crashes on top of the bridge because the thing's going to blow up, and he really doesn't care what happens to anyone else on that chopper. While Batman will go out of his way to save his villains, even at the risk of his own life. It's also interesting seeing this in comparison to, say, well, to the elephant in the room here, Batman Begins in the 2000s, where famously, at the end of Batman Begins, Bruce Wayne, leaves Ra's al Ghul to die. In fact, his line is, I'm not going to kill you, but I'm not going to save you either. I'm also not going to save you, as he leaves. Which this is not that Batman. Now, to the film series credit, in The Dark Knight, Batman doesn't leave the Joker to die. Leaves him to be taken into custody. Which is a nice change. But that rankled a lot of people in Batman Begins, and this series kind of shows why. That we have this contrast here of who and what Batman is. Next time, things really start coming to a head. Oh, one other thing, this storyline seems rushed at this point. We will get into this a bit later. We got a note of that at the bottom of the last page. 0 hour is approaching. And we're going to put a pin in that because this will come up towards the end.
Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please like and subscribe. And also consider backing my Patreon. Patreon backers get episodes up to 1 week early of this show and any future Let's Plays. Also, please consider backing my Ko-fi. Tossing me a few bucks also helps support the show, and it's not a monthly obligation or anything like that.